Hi there, it's Mike, and we're heading out for our morning walk. Yay! Now, what I want to talk to you today about is your support group. And I'm not talking, oh, well, your friends, your buddies. Well, they can be involved, but what I really want to talk about is actual professional support group. Is probably a better term. So stay tuned and we'll see if they work or not work. So, support group, or as I just named it, professional support group. Now, if you ever have read Diabetes for Dummies, whether the Canadian or American version, you need to see what they contemplated it as. They say it as a theatrical performance, and you're the star. The physician is like a director. The dietitian is like craft services. So, if you can, take a read. It kind of opens your mind. Now, granted, unless they've done an update, some of the material is getting a little outdated. But you should really take a look at that chapter. And that's sort of where this video for today is coming from. Well, I'm not. It's my take on things that are utilized. Now, first of all, sorry, it is a little dark still out here, but we'll do as much as we can. May have to continue it tomorrow, but a dietitian. That seems to be the most overlooked portion that people forget to go see. And it's kind of like, oh, well, they don't really know what they're talking about. They tell me one thing and the next thing another, and they can't make up their mind, or it doesn't work for me, or, a lot of things like that. And having diabetes is not a stagnant disease. And what I mean by that is different things affect the outcome. So one solution, your body can change. So don't be so hard on them. Different ideas come out that may help people with different blood sugars and trying to get control. So these people are there to help. Your doctor, you should have a GP. Now, your GP should be involved in, good evening, anything that, anything you go see a doctor for. That should be your GP. And you want to ensure that you're able to go see them, because if you don't, people let things lapse, and that's when, infections take over, and next thing you know, it can lead to the big amputation. But we're not going to speak about that. We're going to speak about prevention. Now, sometimes a support group can involve a social worker, and they can help you find the things that will make it easier for you. It's getting very dark very quickly here. As you can tell, I'm kind of recording this at night. Now, as an individual, sometimes we all need help. And we're going to turn around to go back this way. Come on, Nico. I don't know. We'll see. I'll do this as long as I can. Now, getting help, you can get that through a social worker. Now, just one sec here. I'm sorry, I'm ringing. My pump goes off for many reasons. Everyone's afraid of psychiatrists. Oh, I'm weak. Oh. But, some people feel that coping with their diabetes is just too much. Now, if you're a younger person, try including your parents. And parents shouldn't be there in a nagging capacity. Parents should be there in a helpful capacity. So that, if you're running into problems, let them know. Don't keep it secret. If you screw up, you should be able to tell them. Every diabetic roll or opening it up everyone seems to think that, you've been diagnosed with diabetes. Oh, you should be perfect in everything. You should eat perfect, drink perfect. Well, why aren't you? That's my answer to everyone. Oh, you can't have that. Well, maybe I know what I can and can't have. Everyone out there is always going to criticize, and I've mentioned this before. They're going to say, oh, you're doing something wrong, and nothing you can do will ever stop that. So, if you're doing it right, then don't worry about things. I still get it from my mother and my father. Oh, you're out there eating Big Macs all the time. Gee, last time I had a Big Mac was, months ago. But they picture, the only reason you're fat is because you're eating too much and you're eating McDonald's all the time. And I said one day that I had McDonald's for lunch because on Saturdays, as some of you know, I go to what I call Coffee with Old People, which is just a coffee group of friends. And we talk about mostly aging stuff now. And they're all older than me, so I call it Coffee with Old People. We really don't have a title. Now, my father came up and said, see, I told you, you eat McDonald's. I had one McDonald's. But you gotta remember, your parents may be critical, but I think most parents want what's best for you. Your podiatrist, that's more important than anything. You want to make sure that you have your feet around for a long, long time. Now, what does a podiatrist do? For those of you who don't know, podiatrist is a foot doctor. And that foot doctor allows that you can walk, that, nothing's happening on your feet. It's making sure that if you've checked your feet, that your nails are cut. Diabetics, oh no, you can't cut your own toenails. Oh no, you have to go get your podiatrist to do it. It's just a lot of trouble. Your pump supply, people. Make sure you're getting the most out of your pump. Is it working right? Don't be afraid to call your pump people and say, I don't know, my blood sugars seem to be rising. Is there any way we can check to make sure the pump's working? And they usually have a little test that they can do. After that, we should work with your pharmacy. And I have an awesome pharmacy. And this is not sponsored by the pharmacy. This whole video has nothing to do with the pharmacy. But in New Westminster, there is a Shoppers Pharmacy down in the Brewery District. And this pharmacy is outstanding. They will support you in whatever you need for your diabetes. So, there are people out there to help you. You just have to know what to look for. Now, there are numerous publications at the pharmacy about diabetes. Just make sure you get the right one. And when I say the right one, I'm talking about type 1, type 2, or gestational. They will have tips on how to eat right, how to do everything right. But your support groups will really have no effect if you're not eating right, you're not exercising. If you're fiddling around with your medication, your support groups aren't going to do anything. So be truthful. Learn what your body can do on its own. Now, there's a difference between figuring out what your body needs and playing. Now, playing's with people who I really like it when I'm the center of attention. So I'll just play with my insulin. Dumb move. No, we're getting the street. I'm heading inside now. Support groups can include your friends. For your everyday support group, they're out there, aren't they? Well, include them. There's no reason they can't. But be careful. A lot of times they will come with misinformation. And that's not negative. They're trying to do their best. But learn and grow from this. Don't just be satisfied. Especially with friends or family. Because most of their information could come from type 2, and if you're type 1, it may not be correct. Get out there, do your research. It's something you have to live with. And for the new diabetics and the young diabetics, you will never learn if you don't research. Now, also for the young people, oh, well, nothing's going to happen to me. Oh, that's other people. And that's just the general negativity that happens. So you have to learn how to live with this disease. No one said life's easy. And people have to learn how to deal with pressure. You have to learn how to deal with pressure and diabetes. Now, in a book, and I can't remember the book. Now, if somebody can help me and knows what I'm quoting, then please place down. This doesn't come from my mind, but there was a story written in this book about diabetes, and the story was, sorry, that's Bella. Bella, quiet. That at parties or office parties or whatever, someone said, "Oh, would you like a piece of cake?" And they said, no, I'm a diabetic. And they said, "Oh, thank God. We just thought you were having an awesome diet." So build your support group. No one says it has to be perfect, and they have to work for you. If they don't work for you, then they don't be part of your support group. This was a short one, but have a great day. Bye.